not long until I get a new computer. So that is good news. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna run through this as a little catch up. But before that, I just want to say thanks for support. I read all the comments, so if you want to say something, just say it and I'll read it. I don't know if I'll implement it as a suggestion, but I'll still read it and reply to it. Anyways, um, so I'm gonna run this down. So I think I've run it down too often. It's been a while. I'm uploading since Thursday, so I'm busy. So, uh, is the faction map updated? The Turks beat these guys in the Balkans. My brain's melting right now, so I'm gonna try her out. The Turks beat them back in the Balkans, took Thrace and Plovdiv, I guess you call the general area, and Serbia taking Montenegro and Kosovo. Turkey also took over Armenia, as well as setting up a thing in it. It's funny business down here I don't want to talk about. Anyways, yeah. India's faction owns Tibet, or has Tibet, Xinjiang, and Yunnan, as well as these guys, and that's why these guys don't like them. Well, matter of fact, and he's trying to like them, so they're kind of intervening in their politics. Russia is back with a now nationalist government in the Central Europe faction. The Yellow faction lost China, which fled back to Taiwan again, and they're losing legitimacy, so it's probably going to get Diplo annexed by Japan. The African Legion won the war last time, enforcing West Africa to be dismantled and these to be pulled out of by the Purples, and these are now neutral like zones, as well as Madagascar still. And the Purple faction remains intact because they can reinforce that being dissolved rather. The American factions here, the United States owns over most of it. This is their puppet. These are all states now. As well as these are like it's probably like 70 or 80 states. We have British Columbia, Manitoba, I don't know, Quebec might be one, Ontario, probably New Brunswick. Was that New Brunswick? No, that's Nova Scotia, and like New Brunswick could be like one as its whole here. Maybe like Newfoundland or Labrador, and then I don't know, just Saskatchewan and just unknown territory. I don't know. So yeah, it's probably close to 70 states. But I think that's about a big enough rundown as I can do. England is back to like Euro EU4 borders. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, but yeah. So I'm going to start off in the Balkans. Actually, I need to start back on this map. Oops, daisies. We need to start in the Balkans, right? Because there's loads of distrust here. Because after, if you watch a video in the war, it was all a big mess. Macedonian generals messed up. That's why Bulgaria took them over. As a revenge, I suppose. And there's a national shift with the more the Bosporus countries, even more X-race, but the Bulgarians are Slavs and the Greeks are Hellenic. So yeah. Anyways, they form their own faction called the Bosporus Pact, I suppose. I haven't really thought that through yet. And then the rest stay the same. In the same. Oh no, let's say Albania joins as well for the sake of being closer, strength in numbers, etc. And these guys just stay. So it stops Serbia from trying anything funny. So yeah, you might think these guys are easy pickings. Let's be honest, none of these guys can let Turkey expand that much. So yeah, and we had the Kurds down here if you don't remember. I'm trying to stop my mouth from that stupid noise, so annoying. But yeah. So now moving over to Russia. The world's calming down for like a massive thing right now, so there's probably less stuff happening in the next few years. Sorry to say, but it's more realistic, I suppose. I think the Kurds are in the south. I can't remember. They are now. Anyways, yeah. So Russia declared war on Azerbaijan because these guys are in Germany. They're in their faction. They're not happy about it, but they're not happy about any of these being a faction either. And these guys are owned by Turkey. So yeah, they rush him as they do. A bit of slow moves at first, just simply down to A, their army's under equipped, and B, it's horrible terrain. They do catch them off guard, so they move some men around to Georgia. I'm particularly happy about it, but yeah. And catches Azerbaijan off guard. At this point, a landing cuts off Baku, they get to the beachhead. And after a few more encirclements, the government flees to the exclave down here, and Russian forces capture the rest of Azerbaijan, and the Kurds down here seize or rise up. A few thousand partisans rise up against an unarmed Azerbaijani government and form their own new Kurdish government in the south. Is that cursed? Yes. Is it cool though? Also yes. unless you are not Kurdish living here, in which case it's probably not very cool. But yeah, so the Russians just outright annex this because they probably want the oil. Will there be resistance? Almost definitely, but oil is money. Remember that one. So now finally for this one, just make sure it's still recording now. Yep, here you go. Big Russian moment. They're still suffering economically, so they should be careful how much they expand. And also their populace isn't exactly loyal to new governments. They expect the new government promise and peace, etc. I can't want to keep going on with this. Well, I can, but my head hurts. Essentially, new government promise and peace. They're already at war again. Not happy. So, now with India doing something for the first time in generations, they demand Arunachal Pradesh back from China, or the PRC China more specifically. They say no, so that brings all these guys into war with the PRC. Is this an excuse to get rid of them? Almost definitely. Also, more to be here, the PRC have been hostile towards them for the reason that they hold this. Manchuria betrayed a pact of non-interference like a decade or two and joined the Indian faction to also get rid of them. And obviously this is not a very good thing for them. They do hold off a lot, but they just start walking through some of the warlord states here and start claiming some of the east. But this might be a strategic retreat from the PRC because this is obviously impossible to hold. But in the north, they do outmatch the Manchurian army to an extent. I'm still calling them Manchurians, they are claiming it's China. But yeah, it's a bit uneven along the front here. How do you even mess that up? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna call that a day here. Oh, there you go. Next time, be much longer. Goodbye.